Actually, I moved to Asia 2.5 years ago. Before that, I was based in Manila. I was doing early stage venture capital investment. So a few things that I thought are very exciting. One, and I think all of us will agree that growth is going to come out of this part of the world for the next 2 to 3 decades. The second thing was that even though the economies here are growing very, very fast, like the Philippines, 6, 7, 8% a year, a lot of people are still left behind without very basic services. Healthcare, education, finance, commerce. The farther you go from the city, the harder it is to have the same level of services that we may be accustomed to. And even basic infrastructure, like traffic, internet, all these things are still lagging behind what you would expect when the economy is going very fast. And that represents an opportunity. We have 2 out of 10 households have deposit bank accounts. Right? Actually, more people have a Facebook account in the Philippines than a bank account. Everybody is on a smartphone. If you go to Lucky Plaza or World Light House in Hong Kong, you will see every OW is on an Android. Here in the Philippines, the same thing. Right? These devices are growing, they're penetrating very quickly. Everybody's on the social networks. No one's faster than this country with adopting new products. Yet no one's figured out how to drive services to these people. And so we have a perfect channel. This is only going to happen once. Right? With mobile, social, we can reach far more people than we could reach maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. In the next decade, that's going to explode. And now is the time to use that channel to start providing services. And that's why I moved to the Philippines. I took a big gamble. But I made a calculate bet. I've actually stopped in every country in Southeast Asia. We're coming here, entrepreneurs, investors. For a number of reasons, I think the Philippines is the most exciting country in Southeast Asia. The culture, number one. Open culture, friendly. Everybody here is open to new ideas and open, embracing change. Embracing foreigners for money in the country, but also embracing new ideas. English speaking, which makes it, I think, not only easy for me to do, but more importantly, easy for people here to actually learn what's going on in the world outside. Right? Like my team here is sitting reading the same news and the same articles and the same academic papers with my team in San Francisco. The operating cost here as an entrepreneur, right, it's much cheaper to start a company. It's much, much cheaper. In your first year, would cost you as much as it would cost you on maybe 2 or 3 months in the Bay Area, or in Singapore or in Hong Kong. Right? So from that perspective, starting a company is a great place. I really think that if we're going to look 4 or 5 years back, we are perfectly positioned to become a hub. The place where people come, set up their companies, learn, figure out the business model, then expand and go to other countries in Southeast Asia. And in fact, if you toss around, you can see that they'll start. I wrote a report that some of you guys may have seen. So after 3 months in the Philippines, I figured I've learned a lot. A lot of people have been very nice to me, sharing their knowledge. And I figured what I learned in 3 months, somebody else can probably learn in 25 minutes. If I just put it out in the right format. The question I was going to answer is what changed? Where are we now? What changed from 2 years ago when I came here? And I was like, am I going to quantify the number of startups that we have now? How much investment is going into the country? What's the metric that's going to indicate to us? If we're ahead of where we were 2 years ago, are we behind? Are we doing well? How exciting is it here? And it occurred to me actually that there's really only one thing that is interesting and a strong indicator. If you guys haven't figured it out, I turned to look at signals, little signals. I figured Facebook was big, right? When I saw in Indonesia people buying the cards, and instead of the company's card, the telco, right? The telco is the strongest company always, right? It's Smart, Globe, and the equivalents in Indonesia. Instead of putting their brand, they put the Facebook brand. But more and more, the people that I see coming to me asking about setting up a company here or coming working with us, etc., are actually not just people who live here. There are Filipinos who are living in New York and in Singapore and in Hong Kong, who've been out for 5 or 10 years, have worked at the top companies, been educated at the best universities. And you know that we have a huge problem, right, with brain drain, with all these people living in the Philippines, for better, greener pastures, higher income. For the first time, you're starting to see these people, oh, maybe I should go back home. There's actually things to do in the Philippines that's interesting with my knowledge and my expertise. I can build a company here. I can actually be more successful in the Philippines than I am where I moved out to seek growth. And that to me is an indicator. It's going to take a lot more work to the ecosystem here, and not just the startup ecosystem, this ecosystem, to move the country forward. But there are signs that, organic signs, right? No one's forcing those people. They're making a decision on what's good for them. There are signs that things are pointing in a good direction.